All right. Do we have a controversy on our hands? Who will be going number one overall? Alexi Lafreniere or Quinton Byfield? Now, I haven't fully made up my mind just yet on who exactly I'm going to take, but I have a decent idea. I I have an idea of both of their potentials. I have an idea of both of their overalls. I know Byfield is a fair bit younger than Lafreniere, like 10 or so months, if I'm correct. If I can check his birthday. No. Uh, and they're both scheme fits, which I don't know how like accurate or how much that actually like fits into the sim engine. And Byfield's a two-way. Lafreniere's a playmaker. Now, here's the thing. We do have a lot of wingers, and we don't really have another guy at center other than Larkin. So, and we just gave Mantha a 10 million deal. They're so close that we might just have to look at the position here, but I don't know for sure yet. Now, before I actually get into the draft, I want to check and just do a little bit of a recap on what happened in the season. The Bruins won the cup. They only lost 3 games on their way to the cup, so it's pretty sick. And I just want to check the awards too. President's Trophy went to Florida, we know that. Individual awards. Art Ross was Barkov. Hart was Barkov. Norris was Makar. Lady Bing goes to Sagan. Calder goes to Makar. So not Zadina. That was the one I hoped Zadina would have gotten. Conn Smythe goes to Pasternak. Vezina Bobrovsky. William M. Jennings, Grubauer. Bill Masterton. Hjalmarsson. Okay. Jack Adams. Okay. Salke goes to O'Reilly. Ted Lindsay to Barkov. And Maurice Richard to Tyler Sagan. So, honestly, I'm just looking to get this draft out. There's quite a bit that I have in mind for what I want to do in the draft in terms of trades, maybe. But overall, I'm just going to pause the draft. I'm going to look around and we'll see. All right. So, I didn't actually see any trades that I wanted to make at this point. So, we're just going to go right ahead with the first overall pick in the 2020 NHL entry draft. The Detroit Red Wings select from the Sudbury Wolves of the Ontario Hockey League 6'5" Giga Chad Quinton Byfield. Say what you want, but I've done it. So now I'm just gonna see how about the top 10 or so picks play out. I might have to cut that out. I just blew a lot. Wow. So they skip out on Lafreniere. Lafreniere might drop to the Oilers to play beside McDavid. McDavid, Draisaitl, Lafreniere. No, they skipped out on Lafreniere. The Predators. The Predators take Alexi Lafreniere with the 4th pick. Wow. That's unbelievable. I I'm speechless. So there's quite a bit. Whoops, I don't want to do that. There's quite a bit of good talent still available. Holtz. Wow. So Lafreniere goes to the Predators. Oh, there's Oscar. I'm going to the Devils. That's a good pick. But yeah, that's top 10. I guess we'll just go ahead and keep pressing that. Just guess we're just gonna go ahead and sim to our pick And I'm going to look over here and decide what we're going to do. So with the 34th overall pick, I think we're going to take this Noel Gunler. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it has him decently scouted at medium elite. Winger, make the pick. Okay, he's a medium top 661 overall. Not a great pick at all. I don't know. I guess I didn't scout very well this year because it's kind of all over the place, but maybe that's just how it goes with these later picks. If we sort by potential, okay, that's a goalie. Now we picked up Michael DiPietro last year, but I can completely I could be down with this. Not only because, well, we don't know if DiPietro's going to turn out, but that's trade value. He's 18, and he's almost guaranteed to be an elite player. And if not, he's still going to have a high potential anyway. This could be big. With the 42nd overall pick, welcome to the team, Sloan, 60, but he's medium elite. He will have insane potential or insane trade value, even if we don't decide to go forward with him. So I'm completely fine with that pick. I'll take it. So with the 68th pick in the draft, we're going to take Elliot Ekmark, I think. He's quite the beta. He's only 5'9", but I don't know. He's rated here. He might have some potential. I don't know. It's risky, but medium top 9, not great. 56 overall. Not the best pick I've ever made. That's for sure. Now with the 82nd overall pick, I'm going to take this dude Moser. He's 20, but he's a defenseman, which I would like to draft some more defensemen, as I feel like this draft has been lacking. And he's probably medium top 6. He might be a low overall, but I'm looking for the potential at this point. 52, not great. Medium top 60. I don't know what he'll be. Hopefully we can get that potential up to a 70 something, but we'll see. With the 104th overall pick, we're going to take Ty Wagner. He's 6'3", pretty tall. He's 18, so years to grow, and he's got some decent scouting done to him. Projected low elite. He's a low top 4D, 48 overall, so that's not great. Well, it's not been the best later round draft that I've ever seen, but I don't know. Maybe we'll make up for it. So with the 127th pick, we're getting deep into this draft now. Cameron Tolnai, however you pronounce that, he's maybe could be something. He's the top here with potential left on the board. So maybe we'll get something out of him. I'm just taking shots at this point. He's 54 overall, medium top 9. We're getting okay potential. Like, we're getting NHL level potential, but these overalls are a little low. So we'll see how we can grow these guys out. I don't know. So with the 158th pick in the draft, we're going to take this Lynn guy. He's a goalie. I know I've already drafted a goalie, and we do have DiPietro, but at this point in the draft, he's exact medium starter, or he's highly scouted medium starter, so we know he's going to have good potential. There's not a lot left on the board. Let's just take him. 47 overall, but he's a medium starter. He has okay potential. Maybe he'll have trade value that we can squeeze out of him. So with the 189th pick, we're just going to take a shot in the dark at Liam Hornquist. Why not? He's the only player on the board with any type of elite potential that's been scouted. It's only one bar, but shot in the dark, and he's a low top 655 overall. I mean, is it the best draft I've ever seen? Definitely not. But we did get Quentin Byfield. We've got a goalie that I like, and we've got some pieces that might grow into NHL level players one day. So also in this video, I'm going to be doing the re-sign phase, and then I'm going to leave free agency and kind of the start or prep for the next season to a different one. But yeah, I'll get into the re-sign phase here. I don't think it's a big year in terms of contracts, but yeah, it's not a massive year. But guys like Bertuzzi, like he's only 25, he could grow into like an 86 type player. And can we lock him up to a deal that's cap friendly for a long time? Possibly. We'll see. So this is going to be my offer to Tyler Bertuzzi. I don't know if he'll accept this 5.85 over for the next 4 years. It'll bring him until he's like 29. And at that point, he might want a bigger bag, but that's what he's going to get for now. I've decided on one more year of Sam Gagner, just because we can get him pretty cheap. He'll be a decent third line center. I think we're going to play Byfield on that second line center. And yeah, he's still a good overall, 30 years of age. Don't really want to lock him in long term, but he's still worth it for a year. So with Taro, we're gonna do 2.4 million over 4 years. He originally only wanted a 1 year deal, but I think we can maybe grow him still. So I'm gonna give him a little bit more to lock him up for a little bit longer than that, just so we don't have to give him a massive bag if he does improve. I don't know. I don't know if this is the right call, but I'm gonna take this shot. I still think a guy like Adam Earn can be productive on this team. 79 overall. It's a bad team. We need guys like him. He's still only 25. We can bring him in for 3 years at 1.3, cheap enough. He'll be useful. I'm going to bring Timmy in at 4 years for 1.9 just because he's 23 and he's got top six potential. Maybe I could weave him into like an 82, 83. So I put the 4 years instead of just a 1 year contract or 2 year contract, however we wanted, at 1.9, just so we can kind of have him for longer without having to give him that massive, or not massive, but give him that extra money if he does grow. That's my thought process there. Even if he doesn't, he's still a useful player at 79 overall on a pretty bad team that's lacking depth, to put it nicely. So, still young, room for growth. This is a good contract. So next up is Evgeny Svechnikov, and he actually wants a two-way. So I'm going to give it to him. He's 23, 78. Maybe we can improve him. This is another guy who's young, decent potential, and he could improve. I'll take the two-way, just because I don't know where the room is on the team right now. I don't know if he was playing last year, and I don't know where he would play this year, so I'm just going to do that for now and see where he goes. So I'm going to be bringing Bowie back on a two-way deal. He's probably going to be our sixth defenseman on this team, which is kind of sad, to be honest, but what are you going to do about it? And yeah, he's still young. He's got okay potential, but he doesn't have many years of growth left in him. We'll see how he does on the team. But 1 year, two-way deal. Obviously, we're going to be signing Quentin Byfield, entry-level deal. That's pretty easy. So I think we know who has to retire in a Red Wings jersey. Jimmy Howard, he's done so much for this team. He might be 72 overall. But play a year out in the AHL. Have some fun, Jimmy. Welcome back. So it's time to see who actually accepted, who rejected. I'm kind of scared. I definitely lowballed some guys. Well, oh my god. Jimmy's not... Wow. Gagne? He's gonna reject. Timoshov's back. Bowie's back. Bertuzzi wants to test the market. I'm gonna look into that. I definitely want Bertuzzi back. Adam Earn, renewed. Svechnikov, maybe he didn't want the two-way deal after all. I don't know. Taro, renews. Byfield, welcome. Welcome to the team. You're our guy. So, what exactly went wrong here? So the two that or the three actually that I still want back are Bertuzzi, Gagne, Svechnikov. I'm okay with Sam Gagne walking, just because he's 30, but Svechnikov, I still think he has room to grow, and Bertuzzi, I know, can be a great winger for us for a long time. So let's see what I can work out here. This is probably the highest I'm willing to go. on Tyler Bertuzzi. 6.575. Maybe a little bit more if he rejects this, but I don't feel right putting him in the sevens. So I'm gonna give him this. If he rejects it, have fun in free agency. Sam Gagne, I'm just gonna put up to 2.9, see if he accepts that. Svechnikov just decided to put on a one-way for 1.2 for a year. Sam Gagne we have brought back. He's decided to renew. Bertuzzi's still gonna reject. That's big. I want to bring him back. He says some more money could change his mind. Do I feel right giving him 7? No. Will I probably end up giving him 7 just because look at his face? Absolutely. And Svechnikov is coming in. We'll see how he does this season and then deciding his future afterwards. Oh! Okay, so I offered him the magic number of 7. I tried everything else in between, but he finally settled on 7. 7 years over the next 4 or 7 million over the next 4 years is not what I wanted to give him. But 25, he could still grow a little bit more. And is that contract going to look that bad in 3 years? Probably not. But right now it could look a little wonky. We still have quite a bit of cap space to work with, though, so it's not immediately going to kill us. But I don't know. We might have some problems managing the cap after seeing something like that. So I think that's really all I wanted to get done was the draft and the re-sign phase. There weren't many trades that I really felt had to be made at the draft. There wasn't a lot of draft capital to pick up. There weren't a lot of players that I was really attacking. Really, we only wanted to have a decent draft, and I felt like we had an okay draft. We got decent potential, and we've got our guy, Quinton Byfield. That's our guy. I'm just going to look over the free agents now and give a rundown of who's available, who we might go after, and then that'll be a separate video. And there could be suggestions for maybe who we should pick up. So here's one of them. Taylor Hall. Now, has he kind of dropped off these past couple years? Yeah. Except this one. This one was fantastic. Except in the last couple years. I mean, yeah, last couple years. Actually, he had 37 points in 33 games played this year. What am I talking about? That's not a drop-off. But did he have a stellar season last season? It was good, but it was definitely a drop. We got Hoffman. Now, in terms of what we need, I would like to pick up defense. And the defensemen on the board are pretty... They're intriguing. They're definitely intriguing. In terms of who you suggest we should pick up, I'm going to look into this a little bit more in depth to figure out what I really tend to do or what I plan to do when I fully dig into free agency. And I could absolutely, it would be absolutely helpful to see suggestions and everything. But just a rundown overall of who's here. Foley, Wayne Simmons, pair him up with Byfield. Goalies. There are some goalies here that we could pick up. I don't know if we really want to sign a goalie, though. Or if we want to try and grow out of Michael DiPietro, even though he's not going to be ready this year. Do we really think we can push for a playoff spot this year? That's what I would think if we're going to sign a goalie. We could sign a Corey Crawford for a year if we really think we're going to push for a playoff spot or something. And that we're absolutely in need of a goalie because this team's good enough. I don't know if this team's good enough to really be talking about that yet, though. But it's a decent free agency class. We have 18.5 million in cap space to work with. We can see what's going on. But that's enough rambling. I think that's it for this. There'll be a free agency video sometime in the next 2 or so days. And yeah, that's all.